The availability of the internet to this society has improved people's lives significantly. The use of smart devices for making e-payment is becoming increasingly common. Electronic wallets have emerged as a significant innovation in the 21st century. It is a type of financial technology that makes use of internet-based media and can function as an alternative payment. The use of cash can be replaced by the use of e-wallets, which have the advantage of facilitating transactions without the need to carry large sums of money. When looking at e-wallet usage in Malaysia across different generations, this study shows rises in usage incident commencing in the year 2020 across the board, with the biggest growth in the usage of e-wallets being found between now and the second half of 2019 among the baby boomer and Gen Z groups. In Malaysia, the youngest generation, Generation Z, is the keenest users of e-wallet, with 71% of respondents using such solution in the third quarter of 2020. The Millennial generation accounts for 60% of the population, followed by Generation X with 59% and Baby Boomers with 43%. E-payment are categorized as a high-risk mode of payment in today's corporate environment. They need to be treated with the utmost seriousness. This day, mobile commerce in Malaysia is seeing expansion, but the sector is also facing significant obstacles such as increasing level of insecurity and technological advancement. Additionally, consumer feels uneasy and fearful of the prospect of a new technology taking the place of something already familiar to them. Consumers may be hesitating to utilize e-wallet because of concern about their privacy, security and capacity to use them. Consumers may have concern about the increased likelihood that their smartphone will be stolen if they use an e-wallet regularly. Furthermore, even though using an e-wallet is a rapidly expanding activity, the society of one culture will eventually come to accept it to some extent due to the widespread use of mobile phones. Therefore, one could say that the most important obstacle standing in the way of the success of e-wallet is to persuade and convince consumers to use them as a complete replacement for more conventional payment channels. Research objective for this study is to identify the determinant for the effectiveness of e-wallet usage by millennials as a medium for e-payment in Malaysia. Meanwhile, the research question is, what are the effectiveness determinant of e-wallet usage on millennials as a medium for e-payment in Malaysia? Theories that have been used in this research is UTAUT and UTAUT2, or Unified Theory of Adoption and Use of Technology. This theory has been extensively applied and empirically tested across various fields. UTAUT model proposes that there are four fundamental constructs, which are performance expectancy, effort expectancy, social influence and facilitating condition that directly influence behavioral intention and subsequent behavior. Additionally, the model suggests that these constructs are further influenced by demographic factors such as gender, age, experience and the voluntary nature of technology use. It is suggested that through the examination of the existence of this construct within a real-world setting, researchers and professionals can evaluate an individual's tendency to utilize a particular system. The UTAUT2 model included the elements of consumer effect, automaticity and monetary cost to address the shortcomings of the UTAUT model. The UTAUT2 framework consists of four constructs, which are performance expectancy, effort expectancy, social influence and facilitating conditions, which are derived from the UTAUT model. Additionally, three new constructs, namely hedonic motivation, price value and habit, are included as factors that impact behavior, intention and use behavior. The UTAUT2 has a significant level of explanatory capability and exhibit cross-cultural transferability. The UTAUT framework has been extensively employed in several research studies to get insight into the acceptability and utilization of technology by users. These include the study of mobile applications, social media platform, e-learning system and healthcare technologies. In light of this objective, it is suggested that the UTAUT2 model is the most suitable framework to be proposed in this study. As shown, this is the conceptual framework that has been used in this study. The method is taken to look into the research problem of this study by employing quantitative method. The primary data is the survey that has been distributed among millennials. The data was collected in 5 weeks through questionnaire distribution. Next is questionnaire survey. The survey consists of 3 sections. The first section focuses on the demographic profile of the respondent. The second section examines the factors that influence the usage of e-wallets. The third section is the intention to use e-wallet as a medium for e-payment. This study requires a 5 Likert scale where 1 represents satisfied and 5 represents satisfied. Next, the data is analyzed using IBM SPSS 3.2 for initial analysis and Smart PLS 4.0 for structural equation modeling to assess the hypothesized relationship among the variables. The survey utilized a self-administered questionnaire to gather demographic and descriptive data from participants. This includes gender, age, education, race, and income. A nominal scale was employed to assess demographic parameters for each topic. According to the data presented, the majority of the respondents were Malay, 15.9%, female, 15.9%, 32 years old, 19.3%, income between 3,500 ringgit until 4,100 ringgit, 50.9%, and had the highest education level of bachelor's, 67.3%. The table shown illustrates the model's ability to distinguish between several constructs. The items in the model should have a more consistent correlation with their intended construct compared to other constructs. The assessment of discriminant validity is of utmost importance in research that involve latest variables along with the use of several items or indicators for representing the constructs. Following the assessment of the model's validity and reliability, it is important to analyze the hypotheses that have been offered. The SMART PLS 4.0 bootstrapping approach is utilized to generate hypotheses and test statistics for all parts to evaluate their significance value level. Accordingly, there are 7 hypotheses developed in this study. Among these predictors, facilitating condition with beta 2.294 p less than 0.1 shows the strongest relationship towards the intention to use e-wallet, followed by performance expectancy with beta 0.108, effort expectancy with beta 0.107, social influence beta 0.476, facilitating condition beta 2.294, hedonic motivation 1.427, habit 1.603, and lastly price value beta 0.19, and all of them p less than 0.1. Therefore, H1 and H7 are supported. In conclusion, individuals can utilize mobile payments without any restriction, allowing them to engage in online buying transactions regardless of whether they own a bank account or not. Mobile payments offer the convenience of quicker purchasing and secure transaction. The finding will be advantageous for e-wallet providers in Malaysia to develop effective marketing methods and plans that would attract a larger user base for their application. This study provides valuable information for policymakers to develop more effective ways to enhance the growth of the digital wallet sector in Malaysia. The finding from this research concluded that performance expectancy, effort expectancy, social influence, facilitating condition, hedonic motivation, habit, and price value have positive effect on e-wallet usage among millennials in Malaysia.